So Sigma Psi Zeta is an Asian interest sorority here at UNL, and I've learned a lot about their organization in the past couple months, and it's been a really interesting time. They're quite a small organization. It's only 8 girls right now, and they work together to promote Asian culture throughout all of UNL, and they're the only sorority, the only Asian interest sorority here on campus, which is really cool that they're doing this, and they're doing it with so little girls right now, but they're still going strong. So, all right.
Hi.
And what is your name?
Catt Nguyen. Okay. Need me to spell it for you, or
no, it's
got it? Okay. Yep.
Yeah. And where are you from?
I'm originally from Vietnam.
Okay.
So I moved here when I was 17 to Washington State, and then decided to come to Nguyen.
What sorority are you in?
Sigma Psi Zeta sorority.
Okay.
So we're more of like an Asian interest organization.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yes.
And then what's your current standing?
I'm president.
There you go.
Like, it's gonna end next week, but I'm still enjoying it.
You enjoy what? So what I think is really cool about Sigma Psi Zeta is that even though they're really small and they've only been around on campus for like 10 years, I think she said, they're still a prominent source, and they're still very dominant in the Asian community, and they're getting a lot of work done. They just had this really large event, and I think it's really cool, and apparently it went really well. Unfortunately, I was not able to go to the event because Catt actually failed to mention it to me before the interview. So, but no, they're smaller, but they're still doing their thing, and it just goes to show that just because you're smaller doesn't mean that you can't have an impact on the environment and on your community. And they're a force to be reckoned with. So.
Yeah.
And how long have you guys been on campus?
It has been around 10 years.
Okay.
So yes. Yeah.
So you guys are pretty new then?
Yeah, pretty new.
Okay.
Yeah, compared to all the organization, and we are the only one in the state of Nebraska.
Okay, that's cool.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And how many girls are in the sorority?
Right now we have 8.
Okay.
Usually we don't have a lot of members just because of the our focus, and also because we don't have a house. So usually the number of members ranging from around 8 to 15.
Okay.
So it can be 20. Sometimes it would be really.
What I think is really inspiring about the sorority is that they're able to have such low amount of members. I think she was saying 8 to 15 per semester, somewhere ranging in that area, and they're still here on campus right now, and that cannot be an easy task to accomplish. Event planning and dues and paying all your money for the event and getting support for your Asian interest sorority with such little force and such little amount of people. I think it's really cool that they're still around, and knowing multicultural sororities and fraternities, they're generally a lot smaller than normal social sororities and fraternities and business ones. And I knew they were small, but I didn't really know that they were that small. And I asked Catt a couple times if her and her sisters are closer because they're so small, and it was really interesting to me. She was saying she's not that close with all of her sisters right now, which is I found pretty interesting, because you'd think you would be if you only had 8 other or 7 other girls around you all the time. But this does add into the effect. They don't have a house either, and they probably just don't meet up as much as the social organizations, and they're more business driven, and they just want to be able to spread Asian culture to people who are unfamiliar with it. So I found that really interesting. I asked Catt why she joined a multicultural organization like she did, and she gave me the answer that I was hoping for and what I kind of expected too.
Like when I first came to Lincoln, I stayed with like an American host family for my high school in Washington State, and at that time I did think that I felt kind of a little bit disconnected to the Asian community, especially in Pullman, Washington. It was like impossible to find a restaurant or market. There was like one little market, and when I came to campus and were exposed to like the diversity on campus, I just really felt like I really need to do something to raise awareness about the Asian culture. And I found out about the sorority, and it has been great. So yeah, just to give back to the community, and especially the Asian community.
Yeah. And then, what exactly is a multicultural sorority? Like, what does it mean? Asian interest, you said.
Yeah, so basically our main focus is just to raise awareness and help out the Asian community in Lincoln.
Alright, so here I asked Catt, what exactly does it mean to be a multicultural organization? Like, what does it mean to be a multicultural sorority? Like, can you give me some examples? Do you guys do what social sororities do? Like, do you guys have philanthropies and events just like they do? Or is it kind of a different agenda for you guys? So, enjoy her answer.
So basically, we are basically a sorority. You know, we take girls, we do all the process like a normal sorority. We do community service, philanthropy, and not only we do not take just only Asian. Like it's like we have sisters who are like white and from different other cultures. But again, like most of our events are kind of geared towards the Asian cultures, and raise awareness. And we collaborate with a lot of like Asian organizations, the Vietnamese temple, churches in Lincoln, Asian. Forgot that name. The Asian Community Center, I think. In Lincoln. So.
And so does your sorority do anything to celebrate its culture?
Yes, we actually just did one event last Friday. I should have invited you out. I'm like, that would be awesome. So basically, it was a night of performances and food. So we asked a lot of different like Asian organizations to come out. We have the Japanese club, Korean, Chinese, and many more. People came out just to see and experience different kind of food. And we brought a few singers from Lincoln, Omaha, and one guy from Denver, Colorado, just come and sing. And I'm like, that was awesome. Like,
that's really cool.
you.
Was it a philanthropy or?
It was more like a cultural. It was one of our like biggest annual cultural events. Usually in the last few years we did big banquet and stuff, but this year we had like local funding. So, but at least once a year we should do something just to raise awareness.
So learning about this multicultural sorority was a really fun, kind of interesting topic for me to research about, and like I've had fun doing this project, and I hope that you guys have learned something a little bit more about multicultural organizations as well. Just because they're small doesn't mean that they're not having an impact, is what is like the main thing that I learned. These girls are doing everything they can, and they're doing quite a bit too. And I strongly suggest that next time they have some kind of event or anything, that you guys should go to it and just learn about the Asian culture. So